Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to your online class. Today we will discuss about the new topic shadow. Okay, under the chapter 5th, light, unit 2, rectilinear propagation of light. Okay, this also based what shadow of an object also formed when the light ray travels in a straight line. That is called rectilinear propagation of light. So how shadows is formed? What are the shadows, or what is the shadow? Here, okay. So now we will discuss this point in this video. Okay, students. So be careful and watch this video. Okay, at the last, till the last. Okay. So shadows. How shadows is formed, or what is a shadow? When we placed an obstacle, or you can say that an opaque body, in the path of a light rays which are coming from a source, either it's maybe or should be point source or extended source. Okay, whatever you want you can take. So suppose an obstacle is present in the path of or in between the path of the light rays. Okay, so the region which is formed behind the obstacle or behind the opaque body on the screen, that is called shadow. Suppose when we are moving on the road in brighting, or you can say bright sunlight. Okay, bright sunlight. Okay, so you will observe that you can see your shadow behind your body. It is similar to your body, means shadow which are formed mostly similar to that or opaque body or object. Opaque body which do not allow to pass through the light energy through them. So when the light ray falls on an opaque body, it will not pass throughout the body on the other side. So on the other side, means on the back side of the object or opaque body, a dark region is formed. A dark region is formed. That dark region is called shadow. Okay, students, clear? So how we can define the shadow? A dark patch or region formed behind an opaque body when it is placed in the path of light. It's called shadow. Okay. It is a region of absence of light, where light is not present. Light is not present. Okay. The sharpness of the shadow depend upon the size and distance of light source. The sharpness or quality of shadow depend upon the distance between object and source, and distance between opaque body and screen, where shadow is formed, or where the dark region is formed. This shadow or this dark region which is formed on the screen are two kinds. Okay, in some area or some region it is formed more dark, with darkened, and some other region or area it is formed slightly dark. So on the basis of this we can define the kinds of shadow. Two types of shadow, students. What? Umbra and penumbra. Like see, when you place a ball that acts as an opaque body or obstacle, and one side just use a torch as a source of light, and other side of the ball at some distance we place a white screen. When you switch on the torch, what you will observe? The light ray which starting from the torch falls on the ball. Then behind the ball, means on the screen, you will observe that this particular similar region, a dark similar region is formed in the shape of ball. A dark similar region is formed in the shape of ball. That particular dark region is called shadow, and it is completely dark, mostly dark. So it is umbra. It is umbra, and just neighboring this region means around this region, neighboring this region is slightly dark region. Also, you can see a slightly dark region or mostly dull region, not totally dark, slightly dark. Some brightness include. That is called penumbra. It's called penumbra. Also, you can do this one at your home. Just take a ball, okay, and a screen or any other opaque body, that is the body which do not allow light energy to pass through them. So take any opaque body, a light source, place the opaque body between light source and the screen, means where shadow is formed, okay, will be formed. So place this opaque body between the source and the screen. You will observe that on the screen you will get what? A small or a similar region that as opaque body, a dark region on the screen, that is called shadow. And also mostly dark region is umbra and partially dark region is penumbra. So umbra, a region of total darkness, a region of total darkness. That is what? This is called umbra. No ray of light enters in this region. See here behind the wall, no ray of light enters in this region. And penumbra, a region of partial darkness. A region of partial darkness which surrounds the umbra region. Which surrounds the umbra region, means in the neighboring of the umbra region. Umbra ke चारों तरफ, okay, you will find what? You get the penumbra region, slightly or partially dark region, and due to this shadow formations, the formation of eclipse is done. Okay, eclipse, how eclipse is formed now? Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. Okay, so this is based on the rectilinear propagation of light and formation of shadow, same constant. When the moon comes in between sun and earth, when the earth comes in between moon and sun, okay, lunar and, okay, so eclipse formed. So that is the based on this concept, function of shadow. Okay, students. So later we will discuss in detail what is a lunar eclipse, and what is the solar eclipse. Okay, students. So formation of shadows. When the source of light is a point source, extended source, okay, that we will discuss, okay. So, formation of the shadows, some conditions. First, condition for the formation of shadow. There must be a source of light. There must be a source of light. Then shadow will be formed. Second one, there must be an opaque body to obstruct the path of the object. Path of the light. There must be an opaque screen to receive the shadow, as it cannot be formed in air. A screen is required where shadow is formed, an opaque body or obstacle is required, and a source of light is required. Okay, so when this shadow is formed of any object on the screen, we can say that the shadow nature, quality of shadow depend upon what? First thing, the region between this region, dark region, that is called shadow, and here no any light is seen, means partially dark region, that is called what? Penumbra, and this is the umbra region. There is no any, if screen is formed or moved away from the object, if screen is moved away from this object, okay, so the size of umbra region will also increase. If we close the screen to the object, the size of umbra region also decrease. If the screen moves towards the opaque body, the size of umbra decrease. Okay, same as here. If we move the torch towards the object, means obstacle body, clear? So size of umbra region will decrease, and if we move the torch, means source of light, far away from the obstacle or opaque body, the size of umbra region will increase. Okay, students, here So this is the short description about the umbra and penumbra region. Okay, when it will form, when the shadow of an object is formed. Okay, there is a type of shadows, umbra and penumbra. What are the shadows? Clear? So students, go through this video. Try to understand this topic. Okay, students, clear? Lay it out. You can ask in next class. A short video clip will be given to you in the last of this video. So go through that video also for better understand. Okay, students. Next we will discuss the function of shadows when light source is smaller than object. Function of shadows when the light source is bigger than object. Okay, students. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Umbra and penumbra. A point source produces a single well-defined shadow, while a bigger source of light produces shadows like umbra and penumbra. Let us carry out an activity to understand umbra and penumbra. Place a ball fixed on a stand and a screen in front of it such that the screen is bigger than the height of the ball. Now light a torch from the other side of the ball and see its shadow formed on the screen. Umbra is the part which is in complete darkness and receives no light from the torch, while penumbra is the part which is in partial darkness and receives some light from the torch. Bring the ball closer to the screen. What do you observe? Yes, you are right. As we move the ball near to the screen, the umbra reduces whereas the penumbra increases.